Alright, we got Steve Mead's old high output alternator, CS130 GM unit that he had adapted in on his Honda Civic. Supposed to be a 220 amp unit, and it burnt the diodes out of it, so we put a new rectifier in it just so we could see what his output curve looked like before on his old setup. So we'll go ahead and run the test. About 173 amps peak, a little shy of the 220 mark. Let's see if it turns on here. See what the output curve looks like here. Looked like about 70 amps or so. You know, it's saying fail because it's outside the rated specs. But we'll see what the output curve looks like here. So about 68 amps at the industry standard 2400 RPM for idle. So about 68 amps at idle, 172 amps peak. Actually, on the Honda Civic, because the crankshaft pulley is so small, idle speed's probably going to be closer to about 2100 RPM. It's only about 40 amps or so at actual idle speed. So, not quite a 220 amp alternator, not real strong at low RPM. Next, we'll be putting in the new Mechman replacement unit for it, and we'll show how it stacks up. Okay, we got the old high output alternator, Steve Mead's Honda Civic, off the machine. We've got our new Mechman unit on there. Now the problem with the Honda Civic, 96 through 2000 Civic, is it only has a 4-groove belt to drive the alternator. So really they start wanting to slip about 150 amps worth of load anyways. We didn't really want to get too carried away with the peak output, otherwise just start slipping the belt as soon as he started loading it down. So instead we designed this unit to just have really good low RPM output, and also to have plenty of cooling so it can run at full output non-stop and never burn out the diodes. So we're going to go ahead and run it here and see how it does. It's doing about 195 amps peak. And we'll see that the turn-on speed's a lot lower on this one than on the old unit. Nice and strong on the bottom end. Okay, we've actually already run this unit a couple of times, so it's good and hot. As you can see here before, where we only had about 70 amps at industry standard, 2400 RPM, now we have almost 110. And what's really important is this number here, 2100 RPM, which is really where a late model Honda Civic is going to idle at with this pulley ratio, is going to now doubled from 40 amps to 80 amps. And of course about 192 amps peak or so. Still more than the belt can handle anyways. So we're pretty happy with that, not to mention with the oversized rectifier, bigger cooling fans, and better designed late model housing. We're going to be real happy with the cooling on it. It's going to perform better when it comes to full temperature, and it's also going to last a lot longer. Another little feature that we're going to throw in with this, his old unit being a GM alternator, it just came with a pigtail. He had to wire it to a keyed hot ignition source. Mechman alternators, we include the appropriate adapter harness with it, so it's just a plug and play affair. Just go ahead and plug your Honda connector directly into it, plug this into the alternator, and you're good to go. Another little feature that we threw in for Steve is our voltage boost module. It gives you a small gain setting dial here, so you can actually bump your charging voltage up to whatever you want. We're going to set it for him to his specifications to 15.3 cold. But as you can see here, the difference between the two alternators is pretty substantial. The old busted unit and the new hotness. We even machined the housing custom so that it'll be a direct bolt-in and have the correct offset and the correct pulley alignment for the Honda Civic. Well, thanks for watching.